the shadow of the mighty oaks, thousands came to discuss how to rid our country from its shame. They knew the evils of the chains. Thousands of Americans forced to become slaves didn't match with the Constitution, which guaranteed every man would be free. They called themselves Republican in this little town of Jackson, and they knew their fight for this worthy cause would change the nation's fate. They took an oath for unity, and that passion still remains today. Many fights have been won, but many more are still to come. We know it won't be easy to defend this land of the free. The Jackson County Republicans stand together. We are JXN GOP. We are JXN GOP. We are JXN GOP.
Welcome to the JXN GOP Under the Oaks podcast. I'm Chris. I am the secretary for the Jackson County Republican Party. And this podcast is where we dig deeper into what's going on in Jackson County, keeping you updated on what's happening in your community. Today, I got a couple of special guests. These guys wanted to make a difference in the community, so they started a Turning Point Action Coalition. Please welcome Liam Carter, Landon Starrett, the president and vice president of JXN Patriot Coalition. What's going on, guys?
How's it
What's up,
going?
man?
It's great to be here.
Yeah, I appreciate
nice
you
to be
guys
here.
coming out. So let's start with something simple, since a lot of people don't know who you are. Tell me a little bit about yourselves, where you grew up, and what got you involved in politics.
Well, for me, I'm Liam Carter. I'm the president. I am 21 years old. I'm from Jackson, Michigan, right here. I've always been interested in politics. I've never really had the courage to do anything about it, though, because I really didn't know how, for one, and then two, I didn't know where to start. But obviously, the big thing happened a couple months ago with Charlie Kirk, and that kind of just put me over the edge.
Right, so that was your catalyst, basically. That said,
Yeah.
it's time for me just to
And
do something.
it says, everybody's going to use that. Obviously, it was a big event, and for me, it really turned the chapter. So I was like, you know what, I got to do something about this. Like,
All right.
like when he's out in a public setting, right, and his
Right.
family's there watching this all happen, like that can't happen,
Right.
Somebody's got to do something about that.
All right. What about you, Landon?
Well, I'm Landon Starrett. I'm the vice president of Turning Point Action here in Jackson. I'm from Grass Lake. What got me into politics was the Trump campaign, Trump Force 47.
Right, I know you did a lot of work with the campaign,
I
right?
did, yeah.
And we kind of traveled around with the
Michigan,
with the
yeah.
campaign, right?
Mhm.
Been to rallies and all that stuff. Had
Yeah.
some fun with that, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah. So what we know that Liam said he got into it because of Charlie Kirk. What was your reason? What brought you to the point where, like, I'm a young guy, I got to do something?
Always been into politics. COVID was one of my things. Just like there were some groups that were standing against Gretchen Whitmer
Mhm.
about the lockdowns, so I kind of got involved with that.
Right.
But I was pretty young at that time.
I mean, you were still in high school then, weren't you?
yeah,
Yeah.
middle school actually.
Middle school.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
Wow. So that was your catalyst. COVID for you, Charlie Kirk for you. So when you got involved, did you expect that you'd be running your own Turning Point Action group right here in Jackson?
Been a lot of help here. Obviously, you and everybody who works here, everybody else in the GOP has been very friendly and open, and we put a lot of work into this. And everybody first of all realizes that, and it's just good. It's a good environment to work, and that especially helps nowadays when there's so much division going on.
Right. And I think you guys have been out door knocking, right? Is that
Yes.
kind of what you've been doing?
Yes, sir.
When you're door knocking, what kind of people you're running into? I mean, you're young, so you're going to get a lot of older people, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You get a lot of funny
hours thinking
looks.
about- Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would say the two big topics that seem to come up the most would be, well, we're out door knocking for Mike Rogers for the upcoming Senate. So obviously we're pushing for him specifically, but I mean, when they don't know who's running at all, and I know we go out pretty early, a couple months early. It hasn't even been the primary yet, but when not a single person knows anybody who's running, like in the same year, that's a problem.
Yeah,
And then-
that is a problem.
And then we got to explain, who's running, what side they on, what are their policies, and then it just takes. It's like like we should be informed of what's going on.
Right, exactly. Any issues that people talk about that you find that's on their mind more than something else?
Just immigration and like money in their pocket.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
money in their pocket and immigration makes sense. I mean, cost of living is still kind of crazy high,
Yeah.
So getting into politics at such a young age, can you give me your perspective on being a part of the organization, like the Jackson County Republican Party or Turning Point Action? What is it that you take away being? You're going to see things differently because you're younger than some others.
Yeah.
So what do you got for like?
Well, for me, it's like as a younger person in this generation, I feel like it's more aggressive for us and more obviously present as an issue because we have to grow up. This is the future that we're going to live in the next 10, 15 years. And whatever happens in the next 5 years, right now, it's going to affect us in the long term. So everything has like a dribble down or water effect, right?
Right,
Like a
the trickle
waterfall.
down
Yeah.
effect, right?
So like whatever happens now, we're gonna have to live through the next 25 years, and I don't want to, live with everything being sky high prices and just unsafe communities. So
Right. So outdoor knocking. Everybody has some kind of story to tell. So is there anything that's happened or maybe someone you talked to, it stuck out to you as like, funny, or maybe it's just something that you didn't consider that to be someone's perspective? Start with you.
One of the things would be just we've ran into some weirdos.
Explain.
We had a old couple who came to the door and they were pretty rude, and then the guy just looks at me and says, "I'll remember you," while licking his lips.
that was rude. That was weird.
Huh. So is it because you're old or he's old and you're young, or did you just look weird, or did you ask him a question he didn't like?
Probably, I don't know.
You have no
Honestly,
idea.
Yeah, probably maybe the question.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Because you were doing a Rogers
Yeah.
survey,
Yeah,
right?
he was up at the door, and I was a couple feet back, and I tend to stay a couple feet back when he's up, but it's just a weird vibe right off the bat, and you could interpret that in
That's funny.
many different ways, right? So you don't know
Right,
what to
right.
think when a 90-year-old guy says that to you at the door.
Right. A lot of people, even older generation, they don't like go outdoor knocking. They're always afraid that they're going to get somebody that's going to come to the door and just be aggressive or chase them off their porch, all that kind of stuff. You guys don't worry about that, obviously, because you're out there doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that ever cross your mind that you don't know who's going to open the door?
Yeah.
For me, every time. I mean,
Every time?
It's just a generic safety issue for me because you don't know who's going to open the door.
Right.
You're going out there putting yourself in. I mean, it could be harm's way, and it could happen very quickly, right? So you just be safe, and you kind of you can usually tell.
Right.
Not being judgmental, but sometimes you can get a vibe right off the bat.
Oh, sure.
It's
Yeah.
not a safe place, so we definitely pay attention to that.
Right. And what about you? Any incident or situation that just sticks out?
I don't have a weird story like Lennon's, thankfully, but it's just shocking how some people are just unnecessarily rude.
Right.
I mean, I get we're on your property, but you could just as easily say, "I'm not interested. Have a good day," right? Instead of
Right.
just yelling at you or going off the hook, and it's up to us in that situation to be the good person and be like, we're not engaging in that, so we'll just have a good day and we'll be off.
Right. So there's not a lot of pushback. People don't question you
No, there's
about why you're knocking on my door,
Yeah.
or why are you supporting Mike Rogers or nothing like that.
It's definitely not the majority. I would say the majority would just be them asking what candidate's running.
Okay. That's good. Let me see. I got a few more questions here. Here. If there's people that are listening, you said when you first thought about politics, being that you were young, you didn't know where to start, right? Now that you're involved, there's someone out there your age they want to get involved, they want to make a difference in their community, where do you tell them to start? What is your kind of checklist of make sure you're trying to do these things before you?
For me, I would say as somebody who wasn't obviously fond of public speaking or like just talking to people in general, you just got to reach out and you got to know there's more like-minded people out there than you realize, and you just got to put yourself in those environments with those people to connect more easily. I mean, if you go somewhere where like you have nothing in common or there's a bunch of people where you don't feel like you're connecting, you got to put yourself in those environments to get and meet people that, you know, share the same mindset and values and stuff like that. So I would just say, like, reach out. It's as easy as sending a text or an email from your phone.
Right.
But just don't be afraid to reach out, and because, you know, you're going to meet somebody along the way who's going to have the same values and mindset as you.
Right.
And it's only a benefit at the end of the road, and you're going to be meeting people, networking.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, helping out your country. So.
Right. So you're saying, like, if you feel the need to get involved, what, you can just go on? You guys don't have a website or anything?
We have so we have my phone number. You could text, email. We have an email on our Instagram account as well. We have a Google form that's just in a link. You can just click that.
And what's your Instagram account?
Turning Point TPUSA Jackson Patriots. Yeah, that was bad.
What is it?
Jackson Patriots. JXN Patriots.
Okay. On Instagram?
Jackson Patriot Coalition, yes.
Gotcha. Okay. What about you, if somebody wanted to get involved? Okay, he got involved at the local level, right? You got involved right off the jump with the Trump campaign. How?
I was at work one day, and I got a call from the director of the Trump Force 47.
I mean, you had to have filled out some kind of form or something, right, prior to? Because they're not just going to call you randomly. Wasn't there anything to fill out?
I believe I did fill out a form, actually, yeah.
Okay, so you saw something that said you want to help President Trump win the election kind of thing.
Yep.
And then you filled it out? Because I know you got started at a real young age working with the Trump campaign.
Yeah, right when I turned 18.
You know, and it's paid off for you. I mean, you've kind of been like all over the place with that.
Yeah, the benefits.
Like what? Go ahead.
Okay. I got to go to the inauguration.
Mm-hmm.
Got to go to the inaugural ball with President Trump.
That's right. I saw pictures. You were like in the crowd near the stage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like right left of the stage.
Yeah.
Got to do a lot of other stuff, like go to rallies. We got VIP, like expedited entry. Those were fun.
Right.
Got to meet some cool people like Vivek Ramaswamy.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. And you're young and you're doing all that, so that's kind of cool. Networking. You talked about networking. I know you've done a lot of networking. You were telling me that you have someone that you worked with in the campaign who now works in the Pentagon.
Yep.
And you were able to get tickets to the
military parade.
Yeah, the military parade in DC.
Parade.
That's kind of crazy. So these are all kind of reasons to, you know, if you want to get involved and do things, there's opportunities.
Yeah, even if it's not money, you get benefits anyway.
Right.
Going to events and stuff,
And
networking.
I know you guys now have representing the county at state convention this coming Saturday. What do you think about that? Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's a pretty big race.
Yeah. Any ideas on those candidates that, you know, you guys are going to be voting on at state convention? Who kind of you like, you don't like when it comes to Secretary of State, Attorney General? I know there's others that they're kind of like there's nobody running other than that person.
Yeah.
But those are the main ones, the AG and SOS candidates. Anybody stick out to you?
For me personally, I still got to do a little bit more research. I'm happily open to admitting that, but Doug Lloyd seems like a strong candidate that I've been very interested and happy with hearing from what he has to say. So,
okay, that's for Attorney General.
Yes.
None of the Secretary of State candidates ring a bell or come to mind.
3, I believe, correct?
Yep.
Monica.
Tuma,
yeah.
Amanda Love,
and
Anthony Forlini.
Yes, yeah. Anthony seems like a good guy. Monica, some of the stuff she said has also been, I've agreed with what she said. So, I mean, it's going to come down to a game time decision. But
right, you're going to be the guy flipping the coin, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to have to. I mean, it's a big decision, obviously. So I'm going to have to put some thought into it. But
okay. What about you?
Secretary of State, I still need to do more research on. Attorney General, though, Doug Lloyd.
Yeah.
He has my vote.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that he's doing the job, right? He's prosecuting attorney of Eaton County right now, where Kevin is a divorce attorney for all intents and purposes. And he's trying to take the office of, the attorney general for the state. So kind of like one of those situations where I'd much rather have somebody who's doing the job currently. And as far as Secretary of State, they're all three great candidates. I think for me, I'm more leaning towards Anthony Forlini. I've talked to him. I've gone to some other things, had a real good few conversations, just kind of know where he's coming from. But yeah, so it'll be fun. We're going to get out there, do what we do as delegates. So we're getting close to wrapping up this segment. So let me ask you guys this. What is, in your opinion, the easiest thing to do right now if they want to get involved with local politics or your organization? How's the easiest thing to do?
For our coalition, I would say the easiest way is to just go on Instagram and click the link, and that gives us your name, your phone number, a way to contact you, or you can simply give me a text, give me a call. But it's all from the comfort of your phone, so you can just look up JXN Patriots on Instagram.
Okay.
And there's a link right in the bio that'll take you to a form.
And you guys do different things like events, or just strictly outdoor knocking? Is there other things that you do? No,
so door knocking is kind of an outreach kind of thing for us to get out in the community. For our coalition, we're planning on having monthly events. We're going to have meetings. We're going to just get together, be a good community, and get stuff done.
Right. Like-minded. Is there age group? Is there like an age limit, or what do you guys got?
I wouldn't say there's a specific age limit, obviously, but you don't want to not give the opportunity to some people, but definitely on the younger side, because we're kind of trying to spark that next generation of young people. So
okay,
for the next generation.
So we're saying what, like 18 to 30, what, young
That's
adult?
Good, yeah.
What do you,
young
I mean,
adult,
just so people that are listening,
probably
maybe
18 to 30.
They know
18 to
somebody
30
that
would be
wants to
good.
get involved.
Good range right off the bat right there, yeah.
Okay. I do know that if you go to the JXNGOP.org, there's a section there that talks about
Yes.
the Jackson Patriot Coalition.
On the homepage.
Yeah, and I believe that's got your phone numbers and things on there. So, yeah, go ahead and let me get your final thoughts. What is it that you guys want to leave? This is your last thing on the show. What do you want people to know?
I mean, I said it earlier, but it's like, everybody says it, so grain of salt, whatever. Don't be afraid to reach out, and especially nowadays, I mean, we're getting so, it's like people say you're right or you're wrong, or you're left or you're right. Like, at the end of the day, we want our country to, last, and we want prices low, we want all that stuff. We want to actually be able to live in the next generation, the next 50 years, without being in a constant war, right? And it's a bit of a stretch to say that, but it's like, at the same time, it could very well happen. So we're trying to spark that next youth generation, young adult generation, to get people to just stand up and, make a stand. And there's, like I said, there's more like-minded people than your brain likes to tell you. So, and it's
Right.
crazy how much networking, take one person, he knows all 50 people, and then one of those people knows 100 more people.
Right. It's like 6 degrees of separation.
Yep, it just continues to
situation.
grow at a ridiculous amount.
And if you listen to social media, you always feel like you're in the minority, right?
Exactly. It's all the news is negative. It tries to make you feel like you're the one person in the entire world with this specific belief.
Right.
But
What about you? Final thoughts?
I recommend people joining us. The benefits are good. I mean, you don't get money, but it's like you work hard, play hard. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Like, I just got to see JD Vance got front row last week.
Yeah,
That's pretty sweet.
that's true. That is true. And, you guys have had contact with Congressman Wahlberg and his
Yes.
people. I think at this point you've met every person that's running for governor,
Yeah.
right?
I have.
Close to, yeah.
And
Yeah.
Secretary of State and Attorney General.
Mhm.
I mean, so if any of them get elected, you're gonna be like, hey, I know these people,
Yeah.
Which is kind of what some people want to get into politics for that, just the networking alone. So, well, guys, I appreciate you coming out. And if you're listening or you're watching us on YouTube or Rumble, and you know somebody that's in that age group that, they talk about wanting to get involved, well, go ahead to JXNGOP.org and check out the Jackson Patriot Coalition. Get in touch with Landon and Liam and come out and start having some fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
All right. Thanks for coming by, guys.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so let's jump into what's going on in Jackson County. I know that in the last episode, Marcy talked about some of the stuff that's going on with the Jackson County Republican Party, like the chili cook-off and some other upcoming events. I want to say congratulations to Representative Kathy Schmaltz. Her venison chili won. She won the Golden Ladle. She is this year's chili cook-off champion, so congratulations, Kathy. Some of the upcoming stuff going on in Jackson. If you have not met Secretary of State candidate Monica Yatuma, she will be in the Jackson office this coming Thursday, March 26th at 6 p.m. She's calling it Subs and Sodas. They're buying sub sandwiches. Come on up, get to meet her, listen to what she has to say about her plans to become the next Secretary of State, ask questions, a whole meet and greet kind of situation. Then on April 9th, it's Pizza and Perry. That's right. April 9th, Perry Johnson running for governor of Michigan. He will be in the Jackson office. He's buying pizza. There'll be a cash bar, and it will be an evening of listening to how he's talking about getting rid of our state income tax, putting $4,747 in your pocket. That's right, 4747. That's Perry Johnson's thing. He wants to come out and, let you get to know him. He's been around for quite a while. Real good guy. I'll let him tell you your story, but that's April 9th at 6 p.m. Another thing we got coming up, if you want to get involved like Landon and Liam both talked about, we have a precinct delegate sign-up day going to be April 21st. That's going to be in the office from 10 to 3. Come on in, ask your questions, find out what it means to be a delegate, what we need going into this midterm election, how we're going to win in this coming November. It's going to have to be done with your help. It starts with the grassroots. It starts with the people who want to get involved and actually change their community and work together for a change for Jackson County. That's going to be, and like I said, April 21st. Jackson County is red. Springport, Tompkins, Concord, Pulaski, township after township, 60%, even 70% Republican. That's not a trend, that's a mandate. But see this? Blue in the city, purple in Blackman and Summit Township. That's unfinished business. Voting Republican isn't enough. Delegates decide leadership. Delegates shape the future. If we want to turn blue to red, if we want to push purple over 60%, we need more Republican delegates. Not later, now. Fill every slot. Show up to convention. Build real power. Jackson County doesn't just follow, we lead. After all, we are the birthplace of the Republican Party. So now it's time for you to step up. Become a delegate. Let's turn the whole map red. I think that does it for today. It's a short episode. I like to do my shows 30 minutes because you can listen to them while you're driving around town. You don't have to try to catch up later. It's easy, in and out. I am Chris. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, hit that subscribe button. That's going to help us get out on the algorithm since this is a new podcast. But, yeah, I'm Chris. Thanks for watching.
We are JXN GOP. We are JXN GOP.